fever has immersed South Florida as we are at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Coming up, it's the final game of Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a good AFC matchup in store between the Indianapolis Colts and the Miami Dolphins. Welcome to the postseason on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Garden. And Charles, that's really all I need to say to get you fired up. It's the postseason on EA Sports.
And no one's more fired up than the guys who are going to be playing in this game. This is what they fought for all year long. Go back to the OTAs, the mini camps, training camp, throughout the season to get to the playoffs. The intensity level will be off the charts.
AFC wildcard game from the 10. Well, a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. And they'll be led out by their quarterback, the former Louisville Cardinal, Teddy Bridgewater. On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. And his first look is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
On 2nd down, Bridgewater again. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. One strike. And the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And he was absolutely sensational throwing the football all year long, better than 40 touchdown passes. That means he made good decisions, and his team trusted him with the ball. So I can't imagine a scenario in this game where they changed their philosophy. If they trusted him in the regular season, they're going to trust him now and let him turn it loose. I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Now a give to Taylor. And 3 yards there. Takes him to the 45. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
His first carry, and he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. So now 1st and 10 as they crossed into Miami territory at the 48-yard line. And now they'll throw it with Lawrence. That is caught. Michael Pittman with it. And he'll get to the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Michael Pittman, 48 yards. And the Colts will strike first here, this wild card matchup. I think that's the dream start right there. The defense stands up on the opening drive, then they go right down the field and score.
It's a positive start for your offense and your defense. And when you talk about playoff football, what a great way to get things going.
Everything is magnified and amped up a little bit more,
to put it mildly.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And the result for the Colts is a touchdown. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. This one taken just inside the 10. And he returns this to the 22. So Miami coming out for their second drive. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They go play action. Bridgewater. Going right side here, and that's complete. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. It's a big play there for Miami. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. From the gun, Bridgewater. He'll get this one to Patrick. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
Many teams, as soon as they spot man defense, if they haven't called a hitch, they'll get to it as fast as they can. They want to put the ball in the hands of one of their best playmakers and hope that he can break a tackle on the outside and go for big yardage.
Looking for the out route. It's completed to Landry. And the Dolphins are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as they get the conversion there on 30 inches.
A little football one-on-one there. You just see the receiver trying to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
58, right over there, yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunate for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Moss. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Zach Moss taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point and good by Sanders. And we are tied here in the second quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Now this throw caught left side. And down inside the 10 at the 9. A big play there for Indy. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive. And these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover him. That type of indecision can open up even more big plays.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Michael Pittman with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Colts have taken the lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Dolphins 7. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Miami set to take over. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
On 2nd and 9, Bridgewater. Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards for the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Let's go. Hey, we got
To throw, Bridgewater. Steps away to his left. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
Now that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3-and-out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a first down.
A first down throw for Bridgewater. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he'll be taken down, but not before he makes it past the 50. Down from Colts territory. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. On the handoff, it's Moss. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, in every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl.
When offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
He will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Bridgewater's throw here taken in by Gesicki. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. So with
obviously more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math. They did it well, and it works for them.
From the red zone now, Bridgewater. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Let's just make this one simple. Could he be any more open than he was on that play?
And they lost him going to the outside.
Hard to believe because you go through your accounting on each and every defensive snap. Who's got who, what defense you're in.
Touchdown, Dolphins! Jarvis Landry from 4 yards out. The Dolphins are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. CD for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away from the 10. Oh, good return up past the 30. Colts football and Michael Pittman, helmet back on and running. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they've got just under 50 seconds, so time enough to try to work their way downfield if they so choose. Looking for Campbell downfield. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now Lawrence. And that one touchdown, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Lawrence. Got a man, it's Pittman, and he holds it in for the Colts touchdown. Michael Pittman saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Colts have broken our tie as they take the lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. And the Dolphins with one final possession here in this first half. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with.
53's the mark. 53. Check 53.
First down, Bridgewater. Now a short one to Gesicki. Brings it up just shy of the 25. Showed some of that fitness there on the move.
And know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Final play of the half, Bridgewater. He's going to find his tight end. That's Hunter Long. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. What a weekend it has been. This is the last of our 6 games in this wildcard round.
And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it.
But first, let's take a look back to yesterday's AFC wildcard game. And you can see the result there.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Colts football and Michael Pittman, helmet back on and ready to go. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well. And no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Second down, another run with Taylor. Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still had the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they can actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
On third down, Hines. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And the offense moving quickly to the line. On play action, Lawrence. He finds his man, complete. That's Pierce. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
He'll get 3 up to midfield.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
They go play action now. Lawrence. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 25-yard line. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
He finds his man, complete. That's Pierce. And they'll get this down to the 10.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. To the right side, this is Taylor. Runs over it. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Here's Lawrence to throw. Got a man, it's Pittman, and he holds it in for the Colts touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Colts take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And able to get this out to the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing. Because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Bridgewater. He gets this one to Boyd. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Oh, it's time to give real credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by Julian Blackman. Man to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Play action. It's Lawrence. Steps away. And that is incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
On 2nd and 10, Lawrence looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Pierce. That'll leave him with a 32 coming up. They got 8 yards there. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
For the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Let's go.
Hasn't had his best game running the football here tonight, but hey, that's a critical spot right there to convert on 3rd down, and he did it.
And the lights are shining just a little bit brighter right now, aren't they? You remember the beginning of the game? If he gets this first down, everybody's happy. That's cool. But here, that was critical, and it really energizes him.
They run with Taylor, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. On the handoff, Taylor. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11.
Brandon, this can be so demoralizing for a defense. They've had 2 opportunities to get off the field. They haven't gotten it done. So now your coordinator is going to call every blitz that he has, any type of exotic, something that they haven't seen before. And he's also telling the defensive lineman, don't worry about holding people up. Just get in gaps and try to make a big play.
And not only not getting off the field on 2 opportunities, clock continuing to run. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Already a pair of third down conversions for them on this drive, but right now they need 5 yards on this third down try. Looking to throw, Lawrence. The quick slant caught. Touchdown. From 6 yards away. And the Colts continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Dolphins 14.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. Saying their fans here are stunned would be an understatement. Things in this wild card round have not gone according to plan. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Trying to get it to Landry there, and that'll bring up second down. Here's Bridgewater. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. Now Bridgewater. He's going to let it fly. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
We got 4.
Desperation time. Fourth down. Bridgewater. Into the hands of Patrick left side. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Bridgewater on first down. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. And quickly they get to the line. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah. Recently, I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
You got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He'll fire a desperation throw for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown. A great play there. Dolphins have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to 9. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. Second and 10. Again, it's Taylor. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down. On third down, here's Taylor. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. And they'll try and throw forward with Lawrence. Fighting through pressure. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert. And they turn it over. The Colts unable to convert here on fourth down. And the Dolphins defense is able to hold. Well, you don't expect too many quarterbacks to be adept at breaking away from would-be tacklers, but this is uncommonly good right here as he's able to get away. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. Well, one win down still.